it's Betsy, and today we have a fun video. We're going to be testing out the Nomad Cosmetics Cartagena Magica palette, I think is how you say it. Now, Cartagena Magica is an island, or it's a coastal town in Colombia. So the outside of the packaging is very tropical and it's gorgeous. And then the inside of the package looks like this. And there are 15 shades. All reading in this very warm orangey pink yellow color story. The palette retails for $37. I did order this upon release, but I'm just now getting around to using it because I wanted to play. I decided to go ahead and get that, and then I've also purchased the Nomad Cosmetics Oriental Express, which is more of a neutral palette with some pops of green, blue, and red, which I do still plan on using that as well. But I saw Karen Harris use the Oriental Express one, and I was like, I need to try that. So we're gonna go about this the same way we always do, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between. I'm going to take the eyeshadow brush, the airbrush shadow from It Cosmetics, grab a tiny bit of the Fair Clean Canvas Eye Base by Gerard Cosmetics. Y'all know this is what I love, love, love to use as my base. Works great. And as you can see, it really helps cancel out any discoloration that I have on my eyelids, because I do. And I have used it non-stop since I got it. I'm just gonna take and finish patting it out with a sponge because my brush needs to be washed. I don't know what it is, like when you try to use a cream product several times in a row, you need to wash your brush because it gets where it doesn't want to blend out correctly. I think that's part of the reason why, even though I love a foundation brush, I always tend to go back to a sponge because I feel like it's easier to clean. So I think I want to do more of a pink eye look. I'm not sure. So we're gonna start off though by swatching just like normal. I want to go ahead and get my eyes prepared. So we've got the shade Alpha. Ooh, these feel really nice. Nadia used this palette to shoot a video. This is Persiguier Sueños. I don't speak Spanish, so I'm probably butchering it. Toda la Vida and Eres El Mundo. Oh, those are pretty. So, Alpha, Persiguier Sueños, Toda la Vida, Eres El Mundo. So those are some of the yellow shades. They're really, really pretty. Then we got Las Diosa Coronada. That's a beautiful color. Cien Años. I love, these are so soft. De Solad. That's pretty. And Realissimo Magico. Love those oranges. The oranges are just so pretty. Don't know what I want to do now. Del Amor. That's pretty. Otro de, I have no idea how to say that. That is a beautiful nudie shade. Mas Intensa. So I think that's more intense. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Love that pink too. I think this is going to be a very fun palette to work with. Andres Contra whatever. La Luz Malva. I'm sorry, I am butchering this. And Omega. Okay, so looking at this, I think I definitely want to do something more pink leaning, and I want this shade right here, that hot pink, wherever, right there, on my lid like nobody's business. Like, I think that that is going to be stunning. So I think that's what I'm gonna lean towards, more pinks. But I will tell you, the way these shadows feel in the pan, they feel so stinking silky smooth. I mean, so good. So let's see. So I think, as I said, I'm gonna do this where it's definitely more of a pink leaning look. So I'm gonna go in first to this shade, Mas Enfermeira. Oh, I feel bad. I'm really not trying to butcher the Spanish language, and this may even be Portuguese, I'm not sure. Okay, so one thing I will say is there's a lot of kick up in the pan, but it's definitely, with this color, it is a one dip and then you're kind of done, which is very, very, very nice to have that one dip and done. Okay. So I think I'm gonna go into Omega next. Same brush, this is the BK Beauty 201. Just to kind of deepen it up, but I'm gonna keep that really in the crease, but keeping it on the outer edge. Now, this is definitely an eyeshadow palette. Like, I don't know if you can see whenever I'm dipping in or when I'm brushing it on, like, it puts some powder in the air. So I would definitely recommend, if you're using the Nomad palettes, either dust your brush off a lot, or I would go with using doing your face first. So next I'm gonna go into the BK Beauty 203, and I'm gonna go into Otro Dominos, which is like this reddy orange right here. I think that'll help kind of deepen up the crease, and we'll keep it kind of pink. We'll see how that goes. I like that. Now, one thing I will say already about this palette is, the one thing I dislike about it is everything is kind of mid-tone. There's nothing really super deep in here for deepening up the crease. You know, you're gonna keep it all in like a bright family when you're using this. So if you prefer a palette that has some depth to it, I'm not sure if this is the right one for you. And this reddy shade definitely requires more building up, which I don't mind. As long as it builds, I could care less. But you see, you can see all that powder on my eyelashes. So these are extremely powdery shades. So I'm gonna go back into the 201 and just kind of go over the edge. This is something I do quite a bit, just to make sure everything is blended. I look like I'm crying tears of blood, but it's okay. Lashes stuck to a brush. This is from yesterday. I need to wash it. That's why it's staying out. That's why it's green. That's why. Because I need to wash it so it doesn't stain. I will probably forget. Okay, so I'm gonna grab, here we go. This is the ColourPop, I'm wiping it off as we speak. This is the ColourPop E3 brush, because I'm going to do what I always do. Okay, so one thing about me is I am not very innovative, that was not pronounced correctly at all, with eye shapes for looks. I used to try to do more with shapes, but I have certain shapes that work for me. So I tend to like to do that shape over and over. I have no idea how y'all are about that, but that's how I am. So I'm going into the La Luz Malva, which is that hot pink shade. Ooh, that's pretty. And packing it on where I put the glitter glue. Very, very pretty. I'm a sucker for a good hot pink though. Like, I love a good pink. Pink is one of my favorite colors. Not always. I do a lot more whenever it comes to eyeshadow, typically with greens and stuff like that. Not because I don't like pink. It's just I feel like greens are always one of the colors that looks best on my eyes. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe that off. And I'm gonna go into Moss Intensa, which is the other pink shimmer, which looks like this. And put that over the front portion of my eye. That's pretty. To kind of give a little bit more depth. That is really, really pretty. I'm enjoying the shimmers a whole lot more than I thought I would. I thought they might not be as intense as I'd like. I like how that blends together. But you can see how much kick up is in the pan. And the only reason I'm showing you that is because for me, that is not a deal breaker in the least. I could, you know, that's definitely not something that bothers me. But I know other people who are like, nope, not gonna do it. Want something cleaner than that. So again, for me, that's not a deal breaker. Okay, so now I'm just going back with my 201 and blending over the edges. So what I'm gonna do is go off camera, put the rest of my face on, and we will come back and do the lower lash line and I will give you my thoughts. So I'm back and I had the rest of my face on. I used the She's Heaven lipstick from Pat McGrath. It's just a good nude. That's what she looks like. And then I also used on the rest of my face the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Glowgasm face palette in Lovegasm. It looks like this. I used the bronzer, the highlight, and then I mixed the two blushy highlight shades for my cheeks. And then I am wearing lashes, which are the Eyelure Accent number 5. Those are some of my favorite. And I noticed, because I use red shampoo and conditioner to help keep the red up so I don't have to dye it all the time. And I noticed looking at my scalp, I've got like little red spots. So I guess I didn't wash it out good. Who knows? Either that or it stained my scalp. So we're gonna start off with the Puppy Gel Cream Eyeliner by ColourPop, because I figure we'll do more of an orangey lower lash line. I really enjoy for the most part, all of the gel cream eyeliners I have by ColourPop. I love to use, I mean, sometimes I'll use a black, but I do love a good colorful lower lash line. So I think what we're gonna start off with is, because I wanna start off with kind of the deepest shade first, is I'm going to go into Los Dias, this one, that orangey shade. And I'm gonna kind of tap it off. But see how that kind of gives a little bit more orange to the lower lash line? Orange and pink always look good together. I love orange and pink looks. Okay. I think next I'm going to go back into the orangey red shade, which is the Atro Dim, I can't say that. And I'm going to add that just to the outer corner to kind of deepen it up just a little bit. I think that helps add a little bit of something. So I'm gonna grab wet brush. Wet brush, wet brush. Yeesh, don't drop and break it. I have slippery hands and you don't even want to know how many palettes I've accidentally broken by dropping them. So much money. So much money wasted. So I like how that looks. So I think what I'm going to do next is go into the yellow shade just to really kind of blend that out. Oh yeah. That makes it fun. I love a good warm look. Now this is definitely not the most fall look, but I could have made it much more fall if I would have stuck more with just like those orangey tones. But y'all know, I like something a little bit more vibrant. So we're gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of lower mascara. And this is the Wander Beauty Mile High, right? Yeah, Mile High Club Mascara. I got this in a BoxyCharm. And if I'm wearing lashes, it works fine. I don't recommend, like it's not, definitely not my favorite for if I'm not wearing lashes. I think it's a little, it doesn't do enough for my lashes, I guess is the best way to put it. Now I need something. I'm gonna grab, this is the Rephr 03, the little pencil brush. And I'm gonna go into the lightest yellow shade, which is, I don't know how to say that. And I'm gonna spray that with my setting spray. There we go. And we're going to apply that in the inner corner. Oh, see how pretty that looks? Kind of wrapping it around both. And I love the idea of what Nomad Cosmetics is for. Like, I love the idea of traveling locations. As I said, it is a husband and wife team who own it, and it's based on all the places they travel. So, I mean, to me, that's like a cool permanent reminder. So, let's talk about our thoughts on the Cartagena Magica palette. I think that it is absolutely gorgeous. I think I got a really pretty and unique look out of this. I love the purple and, or not the purple, the pink and orange and yellow kind of color scheme. I think it's really pretty and unique. I always will love a good warm tone eye look. I do wish there was a little bit more depth to this palette, but I mean, I have, you know, 1,000 more, so this one lacking a little depth doesn't hurt me, and this does make me interested in trying a whole lot more from the brand. Now I know this is a little bit older palette. I mean, I don't even think it's a month old, but you know, in the beauty world it's an older palette. But I would definitely recommend checking out Nomad Cosmetics. They have some really unique looking palettes, and now I'm thinking about getting the Tokyo one because I like this so much. But I guess that's it, so we shall see y'all later. Bye.